All right, welcome back to the winners' enclosure, and not a favourable result in terms of the pick six. Just over 114 rand a win this afternoon, and in the region of 26 rand a place. Number 14 Trousseau has come through to mow them all down. Well done to, of course, the owners involved, Baron Boertis and Matthew Thackeray. Good to see that you're getting the chances. I know that Mr. Boertis, one of the shrewdest in the games, and I believe at an early age he thought quite a bit of this horse.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the way we spoke before in the ring, I mean, the way he explained it to me, the first run was a bit disappointing, and he always thought a lot of it. So, I mean, when I canted it down, I actually thought to myself, there is a little bit of spec here, like Mr. Woods says. So, like I said, I wasn't too upset being sitting far back, because I know Mr. Woods' horses tend to turn it on quite nicely. So, all credit goes to him. I mean, to him and the owners, a big thanks to them.
Now, Matthew, I didn't spot you early on in the race. Obviously, you can take us through it. All eyes were on the favourite pair, which didn't really feature over here. Did you get a lovely run in transit?
Oh, you know, like I actually got a beautiful run race. I mean, I had one horse in front of me, like turning in for home. That was a little bit wider than me. So I thought any option to follow that through. I mean, you could get a break on them quite early. Because, I mean, you're not all going to sit and wait for the false race. I mean, I could actually move up and start getting a bit of a run on them earlier.
And track condition out there, I like to give one or two races before we actually start touching on that. It looks to be quite even.
No, it does. I mean, like I say, I mean, it looks to be racing fair all around. So, I mean, it should be a good day's racing.
Now, Matt, is there anything else that you like from your side? I know that you do the hard yards in the morning, so can you help punters a little bit?
You know, I'm riding Baby Let's Mamba later again. I don't know how to put it out there, but I mean, that was a shock win for most of us. So I never rode him after that, but I mean, anything can happen. It's racing, so we're trying throughout the day.
Thanks very much, Matthew. Well done. Good win.
Thank you.
Thank you. Well done, Matthew. Good to have you in the winner's box. Well done, Mr. Boertis. I know that we're chatting off air. I said complete shock, and you said, no, I actually thought quite a bit. I mean, you came back to throwing a leg over your horses sometimes in the morning, but I believe your back's giving a few strains, but you thought quite a bit of this horse.
Yeah, but let's say about a year and a half till about 6 months ago, I rode work myself, and this filly particularly struck my liking. She had gears which I haven't felt on a horse for many years, you know, and I had a feeling that the way she goes about herself and the ability she shows, she should be something decent. But she went wrong after the first run, and you know, need to have patience, especially with the Mamba and Seattle. It took us forever to get her back to where she is now. And but you know, I'd like to sit on myself to have that kind of confidence. And the Oaks weren't complaining about the way she's striding and moving. And I gave Matthew all the confidence I could. I mean, not knowing what to expect. I think she still needs further. But I must say, I like the way he rides as well. I mean, you know, for quite some time, we've been battling to find a nice jock, you know. My favourite jockeys in Samanga Kumala and whoever else, I mean, they're popular nowadays, you know. You don't get them anymore.
100%.
And I like the way Mr. Thackeray rides. He places them well. He times it right. And I don't know, for some reason, every horse he rides for us, I like the way he rides. And I think I'll be using him from now on. And let's hope it's a long way together.
Now, Mr. Boertis, I need to ask you, I know that you're very shrewd, not that you're trying to do the public any harm, but there's horses that you like throughout the afternoon. If you can point out one that the guys must chuck into the exotics, because we've gone out the pick six.
Well, the first race, you know, never mind us liking our horse, we took the two favourites in the quartet triple float. Apparently, it never worked out that way, you know. So even if you have the outside, it doesn't seem to help. I got two later on in the same race, the sixth race, March to Glory and Darkest Hour. If you take a pick six, add them both. But I mean, I think it's all gone now, isn't it?
That's a jackpot.
Yeah,
so
well, quartet or whatever else. Sure. Add both of them.
Thanks, Mr. Boertis. Well done over here.
Thanks a lot.
Lovely. Well done to Mr. Boertis. Certainly a very underrated trainer. I tell you, he certainly gets these horses right, and they come through to win at any old price. I mean, 114 rand a win today. If you found this, I think the only way you would have found it is going field. Because having a look at that first run, ran ninth, stone last, beaten nearly 15 lengths by Sarah. We know Sarah's very good, but she's been off the racetrack 203 days. So if you went field, you'll be smiling. It's the best result for you. If you didn't, and you followed myself and the rest of the guys and went 1 and 2, well, we need to play and throw those tickets in the dustbin and look onto the jackpots. Now, jackpot 1 begins shortly. If you don't like the play of jackpot 1, we've got jackpot 2, which begins a bit later as well. So don't lose interest. I know it can be a hard pill to swallow, but dig deep. We're going to try and find you a few winners and get out of trouble.